everybody, welcome back to another one of my budgeting videos. I am doing the budget for my April 19th paycheck. It's currently Sunday, so it's the 21st, so I count it as a win if I manage to do the budget on the same weekend that I got paid. I almost never do it on the actual payday anymore, but it's Sunday. I mean, admittedly nighttime on Sunday, but it's not yet midnight, so we're winning. This is the budget for last paycheck. So I'm just gonna flip this over, calculator in place, make sure you can see everything, and let's get to work. I was doing the rough draft in this blue, but it comes out really pale, so I think I'm gonna swap it to, oh, that's the cat. Oh, hello. Oh, sorry, the cat needs a cuddle, so, oh, and to be on screen, apparently. So that's his back. Oh, there. Yep. He showed up just to do that and has jumped off the table and is leaving this area of the apartment. Oh, well. You wanted to see him, right? Totally. Absolutely. Okay, well, let's try this again. There's cat hair everywhere. Yeah, so I'm going to switch to this gray color and we'll see how that turns out. So this is, I always forget how I write it on the previous one, and I like them to sort of look the same from page to page. April 19, 2024 paycheck. So the balance in my account currently is $1,326.44. This was a very low paycheck for me, this paycheck. I haven't double checked it with the pay periods, but just by the amount that it was, it must be the one where the 2 unpaid stats plus my unpaid sick day fell, so I have like a lot of missing hours from this paycheck. It's bad. It's really bad. I'll just tell you now. It's really bad. So let's break down what's happening. So the first thing I do is pull out half of rent. Which leaves me with $676.44. The next thing I'm doing is pulling out my SUV payment. That will auto withdraw on Tuesday. So already we're down to $409.72, and the only bill we've done is the SUV payment. So you see, it's bad. Okay, so the next thing is the Visa. So I was gonna do the minimum payment, but when I pulled up the Visa on my bank app to confirm what the minimum payment was, it was saying minimum payment and then actual minimum payment, and the two amounts were different. I've never noticed it doing that before, so I'm not sure why it's doing that or what it means, and which number is accurate. So I decided to put $160 onto the Visa because the higher of the two that the statement said was $155 and change. So I thought I'll do $160 just to play it safe because I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, so $249.72. I wasn't going to put anything on the line of credit because I paid the line of credit last budget video. Normally I pay it every video. I put the minimum payment on every paycheck, but I cannot afford it this time. But I thought I'll put $100 on it, even though the minimum payment's like in the $300 range, just so that at least I'm putting something. Because one of the reasons that I pay the minimum payment every paycheck is so that every month I'm paying double the minimum payment, so I'm actually making a dent in the overall balance. But I just can't afford to do that full amount this time, and I needed to pay the Visa because I didn't pay the Visa last paycheck, so I had to prioritize that one this time. Okay, so line of credit, And then as always, I put $60 onto my sale every payday. So now I'm down to $89.72. I have $5.60 due on my Neo credit card. So down to $84.12. Now I forgot, I normally pull it out at the top there, but I have money sitting in my bank account, in my regular checking account, that is allocated for Striker's sinking fund. That is the cat who made the appearance just a little bit ago. And normally I take it out at the top, but I completely forgot. So I did pull out some of his money and put it in an actual physical cash envelope, this little guy right here. I do separate videos for the cash envelopes, but so there's not quite as much money digitally in this bank account for him anymore, but there still is some, just because sometimes I do make purchases for him online versus going into the store, so I needed to keep some in there. Oh, but wait a minute, did I actually move his digital money into like the normal sinking fund last time? Do any of us recall if I did that? Oh no, I don't know. Oh dear, because I have this book, oh no, where I track the money. No, I don't, because it's quite a high balance, and what's in there, okay, just ignore this little tangent that my brain started to go on. We are fine. His money is sitting in here. We're fine, totally fine. Oh boy. Okay, so the amount of money that he has digitally sitting in this bank account is $94.50. So I need to pull that out because one of my very strict rules for myself is that I will never pull money from his sinking fund to fund anything else. Like never, 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 never. I mean, I've done it by accident and then I always pay it back, but I'll never purposely do it. So this now leaves my bank account in a negative balance of $10.38, and we're not even done yet. So now we're gonna figure out, well, I already figured out the cash envelopes. I need $329.50 for the cash envelopes. It's more than normal because it took me until this late in the year to realize I was calculating them wrong. So this is closer to what like they should be, but even then I don't fund every category for my cash envelopes right now because, well, I don't make enough money for them. So now I'm at a negative $339.88, and then my sinking funds are $186. So that's putting me at a negative balance of $525.88, which is so painful and like stress inducing that it's making me warm just writing it out. Like I'm gonna take off my sweater. So yeah, it's bad. I told you it was bad. You may not have believed me, but now you probably believe me. So let's write out what the sinking funds and the cash envelope breakdowns are going to be, and you can see how that all worked out, and then I will explain how I'm going to make this work. Okay. So my sinking funds, there's my SUV insurance, my tenant insurance, my emergency fund, tech, dragon boat, presents, and travel. So my SUV insurance, it can't change because it's calculated based on making sure I have enough money saved up when the bill is due. So $67 every paycheck. I don't know what happened to my 7 there. Tenant insurance is the same thing as being pre-calculated, so $14 every paycheck. My emergency fund, I do my best to put $40 in it every paycheck. The tech fund is money that I set aside to pay yearly dues for my Microsoft 365, my Norton antivirus, and my WordPress account. So it's kind of the same thing. It's $5 per paycheck for each will get me enough to pay all of them when they become due. Dragon boating is one that can fluctuate. Now, normally, if it wasn't dragon boating season, I would probably just have cut that one down completely to zero, but we are in the season. I've already paid my dues, which is good, but like, I need to buy jerseys. I need to have money set aside for when there's race days so that, you know, I can buy things on site if I need them, pay for like the extra gas use, getting to festivals, things like that. And right now, at the beginning of the season, our festivals are always fairly local, so there isn't too much prep work or travel or accommodations or anything involved. But eventually we'll get later into the season and we will be traveling, which means I'm going to have money saved up to be able to pay for my, you know, my portion of like a hotel and eating out at restaurants and, you know, just all of the stuff that comes with traveling. So I'm still trying to put at least something in there. Presents, I am sorry to all my friends and family, but I'm cutting that down to zero this time around. And travel, I'm putting 40, and I'm only putting money in travel because I am actually going traveling in June and then for a long weekend in July, and I'm going to need money for those. And if I don't have it already saved up, it's just going to be going onto my credit card. So 67 plus 14 plus 40 plus 15 plus 10 plus 40 is 186, which is where that amount came from. And my cash envelopes, they have striker, work, parking, groceries, and groceries also covers like household items in terms of like shampoo, body wash, cleaning supplies, things like that. I don't know why I lump it all under one because they're really quite separate things. And my grocery shopping is going to take a hit this week because I actually need to buy laundry detergent, shampoo, conditioner, body wash, a face scrub, all of these things that just, it's so much better when they run out on different paychecks and you're only having to buy one, but they're all running out together, which is unfortunate. So groceries, takeout, miscellaneous, fun, physio, and gas. So striker, as always, gets $32.50 per paycheck. Work parking, I'm not putting any in right now. I'm currently working full-time from home. Not this coming week, but the week after I start transitioning back into the office 2 days a week. So I will start pulling from my work parking fund then, but I actually pulled out the money in cash. So I have enough money set aside for 2 weeks of work parking as if it was like a normal work week. Like I usually am 3 days in the office. So I have money set aside for work parking that I will pull from and use first, and then I'll start funding my work parking with the next paycheck. I hope it made sense. Groceries, 120. Normally you see me just pulling out 60, but it's usually because I did my grocery shopping before I did my budget. So I'm only pulling out enough for like the next week's groceries because this week's are done, but I didn't do grocery shopping yet this week. I'm super behind on many things. So this is for the shopping that I will have to do in the next day or two, as well as my grocery shopping for next weekend. Takeout, I give myself nothing. Miscellaneous, I was so all over the place for how much to give myself. I'm doing 25, just because I know there's some things like I have to take a Lyft or an Uber or one of the two on Wednesday to a medical appointment, and I have to do that instead of driving because one, the parking there, they warn, is really bad, but also two, the appointment is specifically designed to sort of flare up my concussion symptoms. And so I don't think that I'll be safe driving home, and the appointment lasts for multiple hours. So it just seems like ripe for bad conditions for me for when I'm done. So I decided that the safer way was to take some sort of transportation there, but I'm going to need more money in my cash envelopes to be able to pay for that. So I pre-booked the Lyft car for going, but I can't pre-book for coming back because I don't know exactly what time I'll be done the appointment. So I'm putting 25 into miscellaneous in case I don't have enough in my gas / transpo. I need to change that to transpo envelope, because normally I just put money in there for gas, but then I'm realizing you know, like I should also use that money when it comes to like paying for parking, or if I have to take an Uber somewhere, you know, things like that. So I need to work on how I'm funding my gas/transpo envelope, but I can't fix that this weekend. It's going to be kind of a long haul, gradually building it up, I think. So I put 25 in miscellaneous with the idea that it's going to help fund the gas envelope if it goes over because of the Lyft/Uber rides. Fun, I'm doing 60, so that's I didn't go for brunch with my friend this weekend because I had something to do and she was on bed rest for like a medical thing, but I know that I'll see her next weekend, or at least we should be seeing each other next weekend for brunch. And I don't, why did I put 60 instead of 30? I must be thinking of something that's happening that I'm forgetting right now. But anyways, I put 60. If I don't use it all, that's great. It'll roll over to next time. Physio, I can't change this one. It's $42. Every week that I have a massage therapy appointment, I have to pay $21 for the appointment. The rest of it is covered by insurance, and I can't change that fee. So 42. And then gas/transpo, I'm putting 50. Normally I put 25, but like I was just saying up there with the miscellaneous, because I have those Uber/Lyft rides coming up, I need more money to be able to help cover them. Even then, I think I'm going to completely use up this entire $50 plus some and not have any of that going into gas in my car, which is problematic. So I don't know, I'll have to figure that out. But for now, this is where we're at. So $32.50 plus $120 plus 25 plus 60 plus 42 plus 50, $329.50, which is where that comes from. So that is the budget. Yeah, you can see it all. Okay, so I am in the hole by quite a bit. Clearly I don't have enough money to fund everything. My mom, though, as I've said on previous budgeting videos, because I'm working these modified work weeks and I have these unpaid days and my, you know, just everything is kind of chaos, she is helping me out money-wise. And so she is aware, because I pre-warned her, this paycheck was going to be worse than all the other ones in terms of like me needing financial assistance because of all of the extra unpaid days, because of the stats and things like that I can't control. So she said it's fine, and she said to let her know how much money I need and she will e-transfer it over. And I love her for that. I absolutely do, but I hate that I need the help every time. It pains me every single time. But yeah, so I'm in the whole $525.88, and if she transfers me just that amount, then that means that I will be at $0 after everything is paid and moved. So I will be asking her for maybe like $550 to leave me a $25 buffer in case something goes out that I'm not expecting. There shouldn't be, but I always just worry about that. But yeah, so this is the budget. I do have some things happening with the bank that will hopefully help things out a little bit. I'm working on it. I'm trying. I know that really the only solution is bringing in more money. I start coaching as a part-time job this coming Friday. It's only for 8 weeks, I think, and it's kind of to get my foot in the door. It'll be my first time coaching, so I don't really get paid that much, and you know, but whatever, I'll take whatever I can get. And then my normal job, we did have a little bit of a raise, but it kind of coincides with me becoming permanent, which is a great thing, because now, like, as I work, I will accrue hours to go towards like paid vacation and paid sick days. I don't have paid sick days or paid vacation yet. Like, you have to earn them, and I only just became at the beginning of the month permanent, so I haven't like accrued enough working hours to build up those banks, is what we call them. But I will eventually, but for now they're all still at zero. And I actually have more money deducted off of my paycheck than I did when I was considered temporary on a contract, because before they just paid out a percentage of money in lieu of giving you paid stats and paid vacation. So now these things will be getting deducted off my paycheck instead of being paid out. The flip side is that when there's a stat, I'll get paid for that, so I won't be short on that paycheck for that. And I get a pension now, which I don't know what to do with that, but I feel like I've leveled up in adulthood, because this is a very grown-up thing, so I'm gonna have to learn about pensions. But yeah, So some things with work, like we did have this little bit of a raise, but it is coinciding with more things being taken off of my paycheck. So I don't know that I'll really notice the raise so much, but I might not notice the increase in deductions as much. So they may kind of balance each other out a little bit and make the transition over not as painful. This is my hope anyways. I have no idea. I could be way off. But yeah, this is the budget. I'm going to text my mother in a very apologetic tone and ask for a ridiculous amount of money and continue on with the fight of working through the concussion to make full paychecks, to be able to pay off things and figure out how in the world I'm going to pay my mother back, because oh boy do I owe her. She doesn't want me to pay her back, but I'm going to find a way. So this is it for now. Oh, except I forgot to put a little minus 560 there. But yes, this is it. Thank you so much if you sat through all of this, because I'm not really helping anybody with learning how to budget. I'm just showing how bad mine is right now. Not that I've ever claimed to be trying to teach budgeting. This is just sort of how I do it. I hope your budget is going well and you are not in the negatives at the end of your calculations the way that I am. But if you are, I hope you have somebody who's able to help you out, or emergency money to be able to pull from to help with that. Just something, you know, because sometimes the money just doesn't money the way that we need it to. Have a really great day and week and all of that. I don't know when you're going to watch this versus when the next video will be up. Oh, I do want to apologize for being a little bit slow with my what I eat in a week videos. I'm having some technical troubles getting the video clips uploaded so that I can create the videos. I am still taking them though, and I am still following Weight Watchers. So we will, well, I say we, I will continue working on trying to fix that. It was very lovely chatting with you all today. I hope you have a great one. Stay safe out there. Good luck with your budgeting, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.